Sisinians. Hello everyone and hello universe. For today's video, we're gonna tackle about the West Philippine Sea. It is a caricature about the West Philippine Sea. So we chose this topic because to raise awareness about this issue. Because this is so crucial for everyone in the Philippines. When people understand what's happening, they can support local fishermen and call for peaceful resolutions. It's important for us to delve into this topic as it affects our national identity and security. By sharing our thoughts and standing together, we can help ensure that the Philippines' voice is heard on the global stage. Here, we see a dragon blasting a water into a small boat. The dragon symbolizes China. In many cultures, the dragon symbolizes power and strength. In this context, it symbolizes China's aggressive claims over the West Philippine Sea. The small boat symbolizes the Philippines, showing how vulnerable it feels in the face of such power. The water blasting from the dragon's mouth show how China's action can overwhelm and challenge the Philippines' right to its own territory. This caricature highlights the tension in the region. It shows how a powerful nation can impact a smaller one, especially when it comes to territory and resources. So on the next clip of this video are my members explaining their insight and perspective about this caricature. Let's go.
The caricature is a humorous representation of the territorial dispute in the West Philippine Sea, also known as the South China Sea. It uses symbolism to highlight the power dynamics between China and the Philippines. The dragon represents China, a powerful nation with a long history and a strong presence in the region, representing strength, power, and the imperial authority. Its presence in the caricature reinforces the idea of China's historical claim to the region and its desire to assert its dominance. The dragon is fierce expression, and the flames it blows suggest China's assertiveness and its effort to control the disputed waters. The ship represents China's maritime power and its claim to vast swaths of territory in the South China Sea. The ship's size and the dragon's presence in it emphasize China's dominance. The small boat represents the Philippines, a smaller nation with a weaker military but a strong claim to the West Philippine Sea. And the boat could symbolize the Philippines' own historical and cultural ties to the West Philippine Sea, a region where Filipinos have fished and lived for generations. The boat's small size and the person rowing it suggests the Philippines' vulnerability and its struggle to maintain its sovereignty. The caricature uses to highlight the tension and the disparity between the two nations. It is a light-hearted way to comment on a serious geopolitical issue, offering a humorous perspective on a complex situation. And it also touches on the historical and cultural context of the dispute, also serve as a reminder of the serious consequences of the territorial dispute, the potential for conflict, and the impact of regional stability are significant concerns. Encourages viewers to consider the complexities of the situation and the importance of finding a peaceful resolution. Thank you.
Good day everyone. As we can see at the caricature, the West Philippine Sea is shown as a peaceful and resource-rich area, vital for the livelihood of many Filipino fishermen. The sea is depicted with plenty of fish and calm waters, symbolizing its importance and potential for prosperity. The dragon representing China is large and intimidating, with sharp claws and fiery breaths. This dragon's PHI represents various aggressive actions, such as the construction of artificial islands, the presence of military vessels, and the enforcement of fishing bans. These actions are seen as attempts to assert control over the area, despite international disputes and rulings. So So, the Filipino fishermen are shown in small traditional boats, highlighting their vulnerability. They are depicted as determined and hardworking, trying to continue their fishing activities despite the dangers posed by the dragon. Some fishermen may be shown shielding themselves from the dragon's fiery nets, symbolizing their resilience and resourcefulness. Overall, this caricature emphasizes the imbalance of power and the struggles of Filipino fishermen against a much larger and more powerful adversary. It also highlights the broader geopolitical tensions and need for peaceful resolution and cooperation.
We all know that we or our country are facing a lot of issues, and one of those is the West Philippine Seas. West Philippine Seas is part of the South China Sea. It is a rich in resources and hotspot for geopolitical tension, which involve the China and the Philippines. West Philippine Sea is often used satire to comment on the geopolitical tension, territorial dispute involving countries like our country or the Philippines, China, and the others. Up until now, there are a lot of tension between the Chinas and the Filipino Coast Guard, especially to those Filipino fishermen who go beyond there. Also, as you can see here, there are caricature. You can see that there are large of boat and dragon, and it is representing China with the aggressiveness action towards the Philippines or to the Filipino fishermen. Also, we can see that caricature here, it is a simple caricature, but when we try to interpret, analyze deeply, we might find out that there is a deep message or a meaningful message or situation, because you can see that there are small boat or the Filipino fishermen of these caricatures represent or the symbolize to the resilience, bravery of a Filipino despite for difficulties, struggles, and lack of resources towards the Chinese Coast Guard. But even though of these problem struggles, the Filipino fishermen still facing the Chinese Coast Guard. Even though there are a lot of problems, and up till now, there's still tension between two countries. And I believe we can win this battle, not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow, but soon.
In the West Philippine Sea, the tension between current powers in the Philippines is symbolized by the dragon and the small boat. That dragon, large and intimidating, represents the countries to control the region and its valuable resources. On the other hand, the person in the small boat shows the determination of the Philippines, standing strong to defend its rightful territory even against a much larger force. The boat might seem small and vulnerable, but it carries the spirit of resilience and courage. It shows that even though the Philippines might not have the same size of military power as the other nations, it is not backing down. The person rowing forward represents the will of the people, willing to defend what belongs to them, not just for today, but for the future generation. This situation highlights the importance of standing for what is right, even the challenge seems overwhelming. It sends a message that no matter how powerful the opposition might be, with unity and determination, a nation can protect its rights and resources. The Philippines will continue to assert its sovereignty over the West Philippine Sea, showing that sometimes strength comes not from the size of one's force, but from the courage to defend one's principles.
And I hope you guys learned something from our video, and thanks for watching.